Hey guys, I want to say clearly, when you are basically in a situation where you are looking for sex, you're looking for validation from a woman, and you currently feel that you lack sex in life because all those other guys are drinking alcohol, they're getting women, they're getting laid, they're getting validation from women, and you feel that you are not getting the same in return for all the effort that you've been putting in. But I want to tell you something. You don't need a woman to validate you. You don't need other people to validate you. You don't need to drink alcohol to get validation from a woman. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to drink alcohol to feel wanted by someone else. You have to understand society lies about things. And society says that when you have sex, that you're worthy. And when you have a 9-to-5 job, that you are someone who is independent or something like that. But you have to realize that you need to understand something. You have to go deep inside yourself. You have to go deep inside yourself, and you have to understand that you have everything with yourself right now. You got everything that you need with yourself right now. And you have to understand that you must not do what society does. And so you must do what you do. You do what you feel you must do for your life. And now, in my own life, I felt lots of rejection from people. I left communities. I was obese twice. I ended up in rehab 4 times. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I was abusing drugs when I was younger. I was unstable. And today, I'm doing much better. But you have to understand that because I have higher morals, higher values now, I'm doing much better as a person. Although, I feel invisible. I feel invisible to other people. I feel my work as a person and a human is invisible to other people, and other people are not rewarding me for everything that I've done for them because they don't even know what I've done for them. They don't even know exactly how much I helped them and how much I gave them already. So I feel very invisible for all the work I've done on my social media, and for everything I've done on social media. I feel invisible for it. And now some people do see my work online and everything, but you have to understand, to get to a better place, you have to stack bricks upon bricks upon bricks of wisdom and knowledge to get yourself higher and higher and higher into a state of awareness where you're feeling much better about yourself. Where you're feeling much more calm, much healthier, much better about the person you are. And now, of course, that means have a lot of self-dignity, have a lot of self-respect. And you have to understand that when you stop drinking alcohol, what's going to happen is your life is going to change. Your life is going to be different. Your life is going to go a different path. Because society on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday are going out, drinking, spending money, and picking up women, and they're getting addicted to alcohol and all that. And they're in groups of people, they're in groups, and they're drinking together, and they have some kind of social status quo. And you have to realize that you're not defined by other people. You have to understand, your worth is something that is deep inside you, and other people cannot take your worth away. And other people can have sex with other people, but they do not minimize your worth as a person. So you have to realize that when you're chasing sex, you always be chasing more sex and more sex and more sex, because sex will always be on your mind. Okay, but when you delay sex after marriage, you're playing a different game to these guys. Okay, you're not going out every single weekend. You're not going out every single weekend to have sex with women, or to be validated by women, to say that you're a man, or to make you feel that you're some guy that is out of this world because you're drinking alcohol. That doesn't make you worthy, okay? Alcohol does not make you worthy. Alcohol makes you unworthy. And as soon as you need alcohol to pick up women and to have sex, you're actually lowering your standards, you're lowering the person you are for a bit of pleasure and relief. And now all I'm saying is you have to be disciplined in your life. You have to be disciplined in your life to understand something, that many women go for social status signals. They go for flashy cars. They go for guys who drink alcohol. They go for guys who look physically well but also drinking alcohol and everything. You know what I'm saying? And you have to realize they go for guys who have money, they go for guys who have a stable job, all that kind of stuff. And they go for guys who are available, okay? But none of that tells you that you have to have a girlfriend or that you have to have a boyfriend, okay? And now you have to realize something. You got yourself, you got your phone, you got you in your house, you got yourself in life. You are everything in this world, okay? So you have to take care of yourself, you have to take care of your health, and you have to do the best job you can with what you have. Now, when I'm sober, I can tolerate boredom much easier. I can be in silence with solitude and self-talk to myself. I can be productive with myself, and I can enjoy myself. And now you have to realize something, that many people do not reward me for all the internal status that I have. They don't reward me for how I am in my life. But I've already rewarded myself. I sleep much better. I wake up much better. I have more dignity. I have more self-respect now. I'm much more productive now. I'm much more going toward a path that I'm meant to be on. I have integrity in my life. And I'm basically moving forward with my life. I'm moving forward into a path that I must be on. And I'm much more productive as a human now. And now I'm not going out weekends and chasing women to have sex with them or to get validation from them. I've got all the validation inside of me. And now, of course, it may feel like that I've been missing out on women and that I've been missing out on sex and all that kind of stuff. But that's why I delay sex after marriage. And I do this for a specific reason, because chasing a lot of sex can be destructive. And chasing sex from women means that you would have to lower your standards by drinking alcohol to get laid. And now, you have to understand something, that most of society goes out on weekends and they drink alcohol and they're having sex. Some of them. Some of them are not getting laid. Some of them are just drinking alcohol. They go to a nightclub and they drink alcohol and they go home alone. But me, every single day, I'm sober, I'm facing reality, I have integrity, I'm much more respectful of myself, I'm much better now, I'm a non-smoker, I have more money in my life, and I got myself. And now, of course, when I see a woman with another man and she validates him and everything, you have to realize what I feel in this moment. I feel that I got myself. I feel, of course, I desire the same thing. I desire a woman to accept me like that. But you have to realize something. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world if a woman never chooses you. But you have to realize you need to accept yourself. You need to accept the person you are. You have to go deep inside yourself and find the answers with yourself. Find the answers to your life. Find the answers of how you can become greater and greater. And now you have to realize that many guys, many girls do not hang out with me. They don't respect anything that I do online for them. They don't even know that I'm available in terms of to hang out, to be in a group or whatever it is. But you have to realize that's why I've been working on myself. I've been working on myself every single day. And, in a way, you have to realize I'm disciplining myself, okay? I'm disciplining myself to stay regulated, to work, and to enjoy my life, and to really go down and be very, very present with myself. Because guess what? Sex alone doesn't fulfill you. You know what I'm saying? Sex doesn't fulfill a person. Sex is only used to create something. You know what I'm saying? Just to create. But you have to realize that I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pope. Okay? I'm not a person who preaches the gospel of God or anything like that. But I do believe in Jesus Christ. And you have to realize that many people are every single weekend going to a nightclub, and they are basically drinking alcohol, and they're dysregulating themselves just for some validation from other people. You understand? They're dysregulating themselves for other people. And now, because they are doing this, you have to understand something. That some of these people go home and they regret what happened that night. They are in loops, okay? They're in loops where they drink alcohol for validation, and then they feel regrets, they feel shame after that day ends. Or they feel rejection from other people. And now, just because you drink alcohol doesn't mean that you can get every woman, okay? But you have to understand something. You have to understand something. That it can feel like you're missing out. It can feel like you're missing out on women. That you're missing out on connection. That you're missing out on life. And spending a lot of time alone with yourself can feel like loneliness. It can feel like, hey, where are my true friends? Where are these people in my life that care about me? Especially when you don't have those people in your life who care about you. It can feel like that you don't belong to someone, that you don't belong anywhere, and that you don't have a community of people or whatever. And then you're just looking at life and you're saying to yourself, man, I wish I had what they have. But you have everything you have everything that you need inside of you now. You just have to unlock it. You have to unlock yourself to become a better communicator, to become a better version of yourself. And now, alcohol is not going to solve your problems. Alcohol is not going to do anything for you, okay? Alcohol is not doing anything for you. It's only making you less of who you are. I know the world is drinking alcohol. They're drinking alcohol and they're going and having sex. But sex is happening 24/7 in the world anyway. Sex is always happening in the world. And now, when you were a child, you didn't need sex to live life. You didn't need sex to live life. So, what makes you think that you need sex to live life now? Jesus Christ lived a life without sex. So he didn't live a life having sex with women. You understand? And you have to understand that when you have high values and high morals, your life will change. Your life will change. And that's why staying away from pornography and not watching pornography is going to be a big boost to your life. Because when you switch off stimulation, when you switch off the TV, when you switch off wrestling, when you switch off porn, when you switch off scrolling on the phones and social media, you suddenly you understand that you have a better life, you have a peaceful life, you have a more peaceful life in your life. You'll be more directed in where you want to go with your life. You'll be more directed in your life, and you have direction. You have somewhere where you want to do what you want to do with your life and where you want to go. And from that point, you have to understand, you got all the answers inside of you. You just have to unlock them. You have to start learning about yourself, learning about who you are, making sure you're opening up the door for you. And you have to understand that most of society every single weekend is going to go drink alcohol. They're going to go have sex. They're going to get validated by their groups of friends and by women around them. But do you need them? No. Do you need to have sex with them? No. Do you need a woman to validate you? No. You don't need them for nothing, okay? You don't need them for nothing. You got yourself, okay? And you need to live your life the best way you can, okay? So understand you're not missing out. You're not missing out on anything, okay? You're not missing out on anything, okay? You got your own validation. You got your own validation. You got yourself. You generate your validation. You generate your validation from within you. You face reality and become your best version. Become someone who can go to the gym every day, work, have a community, have a girlfriend, and start living your life the best way you can in your life. You understand? Start being a contributor. Start being someone who is doing much better in your life. And focus on yourself every day. Focus on your business. Focus on what you do. Focus on how you're growing as a person. Focus on discipline, delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is what you focus on. Be bored. Be bored. Be bored. Be bored a lot of the time. But in boredom is where you'll find delayed gratification and you'll start building your life. You'll start building who you need to become. Okay?